Morning team, crushing it. Just a very quick note. I promise I'll keep this really quick today. I was just listening to Kelly Yeoman's call. Yeoman's. She is a platinum presenter speaker on the call. The topic on the platinum presenters recorded calls is productive equals busier? Question mark. And it's all about production and organization. She covers a lot of apps that you can use. Among them is Evernote. But there was things about Evernote that she talked about that I hadn't even scratched the surface of, because I realized there's a lot I can learn from this. But I'm going to highly recommend that you listen to this call, because this is really a good one for anybody, which is pretty much all of us, who feel like we're either wasting our time or we're confusing being on the computer all day and being quote unquote on Facebook and being busy with being productive, and it's not necessarily the case. So I'm really going to emphasize the importance of listening to that call if you haven't already. It's the January 14th, I believe. No, I'm sorry, the January 30th call from 2014 on the Platinum Presenters website. Great call, as are all of their calls. And here's the other point that I want to emphasize, and this is all I'm going to say today. It occurred to me how many teachers and trainers we as coaches have. Yes, those of you that are signed up under me or in my downline and your upline coach, that's the person you logically tend to turn to the quickest for training. But hear me when I say this. I'm learning things on these calls, which means until I learn it, I really can't pass it on to you. And we are so fortunate to have so many people who are giving us tips and training and ideas and ways to build our business. If you rely on just one person or just one team member or just one team's training and don't look elsewhere and don't look beyond that, you're limiting yourself hugely, because I'm limited by what I know at this stage of the game as of February 7th, 2014 at 9:36 in the morning on a Friday. Whatever is in my head right now that I can share with you is all that's there until I go out and find out more stuff for myself. So how can you bypass that and go get that information for yourself? Go listen to these calls. Jump on these team calls. That's your training. That's where you're going to learn how to be a coach. And not just a coach, but how to be a really great coach. Yes, I do my best to train you, but I've got my limits, just like every individual does. So if you're not tapping into these training calls, and you're still saying, I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to do that, and I struggle with this, and I struggle with that, I guarantee you, your answer has been covered by somebody on a call, either the Team on Fire calls or the Platinum Presenters calls, which I do recommend, maybe even, well, I highly recommend the Platinum Presenters calls. I think they are excellent training calls. And anything that the company puts on, any other trainers, there are lots of coaches out there who are very generous with their training and are willing to share. Doug Fitzgerald is one of them. He's got a YouTube channel. He welcomes everybody to follow his training and be on his page. So there is no end of where you can go for training. Don't just look to me to get it. I may let you down because maybe I don't know the answer, or maybe I don't have the best way to approach it. And I listen to a call and go, wow, I really learned some stuff today. But I would rather than have me take it into my head and then filter it back out to you. I'd rather you go out and listen to those calls on your own and hear them for yourself. So please, if you're not already doing this, please add them to your list. This call will actually help you figure out how to schedule it into your day so you can do it. These calls are so important. This is where you learn to be great. And why wouldn't you want to do that? So that's my message for today. Have a happy Friday. I've also got the doc that goes along with this call that I'm going to also post on our team page.